I've got the Quran right here in front of me. Where?
Listen, Jay. The Quran, we don't play with it.
I'm not playing with it. I'm asking you the number.
We know it by heart. Right?
Tell me the number. Where? So I can look it up.
I don't know the number. So I just know the verse. So I'm just going to give you the verse. Look it up since you have the Quran there. And it says, woe to those who read a book with their own hands and say it's from God. Woe to them from what they wrote, and woe to them from the money they earned because of it.
Okay, where does that say that the Torah is corrupt?
Because thank you for the question. Now you're stimulating me. That's very good.
All right, this is not going anywhere.
The whole context.
Unmute.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
I didn't want much. I just want to say it's BS, bro. You kicked the old boy, and you got afraid because of the verse. You couldn't.
No, because he wouldn't tell me where it is.
But he gave you a good logic, man. He gave you good logic.
He didn't give a good logic, bro. No, he didn't.
He remembers the verse.
I don't. So what? By the way, that verse, what he read doesn't say the Torah is corrupted. Do you understand that the Quran multiple times says it's not corrupted? Are you aware of that?
The Torah in its original form, yeah, I agree. It's not corrupted. But what you have today is not the original Torah.
But see, that's the thing. The problem is, let's imagine that you and I are in the 7th century, right? Let's say we're hearing the Torah, the Quran being recited, right? You follow me?
Correct.
Okay. So we're both standing there, and I hear, for example, Surah 2, and it says that everything that's being said by Muhammad here is confirmed in the Torah, and that if I go to the next surah, in Surah 2:41 or 2:1, it says that you can confirm what is here in the Torah and the Gospel, right? So if I can confirm it, and by the way, there's several more verses that tell me I can go confirm this message by the pre-existing Torah. For example, Surah 5, 46 and 47. What Torah or gospel would we go to if we're in the 7th century hearing this to confirm it?
So you're operating from the premise that the Torah and the gospel confirm the Quran, but the Quran...
No, the Quran, did you not hear what I just read you? It says I can go check the Quran by what came before.
You have a huge problem with cutting people off, and then you...
So that's what happened. So now when you're... So you just reinterpreted what I read.
So can I answer the question, or are you going to?
No, you're not. No, because are you honest with yourself or not?
I'm honest with myself.
Okay.
Bro, and
do these texts? Listen. Do these texts say that I can check the Quran by what came before? Do they say that? Do they say that,
brother? This is why.
Do they say that?
You read the Quran to know Arabic. If you do not know the
okay, so here we go. So now, so people in the 7th century hearing this are supposed to know Arabic to go check it in the Quran, in the Torah and the Gospel, which are not Arabic. You understand how stupid that is,
brother? You're operating from this premise that there is a challenge. There is not a challenge.
No, it says to confirm it.
There's no challenge.
Does it say to go and confirm it with what came before?
You confirm.
Does it say that
before based on it, brother?
You see how stupid that is. You don't see how stupid that is.
Right? It sounds crazy, right?
It's not. It's because it is crazy. Because it's a contradiction.
Can I ask you a question?
So now you got to shift away because you don't understand what you're even saying.
Let me ask you a question. Does God operate?
Ask. ASK. Ask.
Does God operate like us? Do we understand?
So now you got to appeal to craziness to make this dumb thing work.
No.
See,
guess what?
Can you not follow the logic of what I asked you?
That says all religious people are crazy. So don't make it like,
No. What you appealed to is crazy. No, what you appealed to is crazy. Listen. Can you not follow with the example? Can you follow with the example? Just do this with me. Okay, we're in the 7th century. We're hearing this recited. Let's say I'm a Christian. Let's see you're just a random dude. Let's say you're a Jewish guy. Okay, and we're hearing the Quran is just being revealed and recited. Okay, we're in the 7th century. We're hearing this, and what we hear even if it's in Arabic, let's say somebody translates it for us and says, you can check and confirm this new revelation with what came before. Do you admit that or not?
So can I answer, or are you going to cut me off when I start to answer?
I just asked you the question. You can answer it.
Okay, so again, you said this, let's say they translated to Arabic. If they translated it to Arabic,
not to Arabic, to our languages. So you can't follow a hypothetical.
Yes, I can follow a hypothetical.
Okay, it's being recited. Listen, man, it's being recited in Arabic, we'll say. And then somebody translates it into another language for me as a Christian, let's say Greek, and let's say you're a Jew and they translate it into Hebrew. Regardless of the translating, and let's say that it's in Arabic being recited, does it say...
Brother, you can't say regardless of the translating, because...
This doesn't have anything to do with the argument, dude.
There's going to be different nuances in each translation.
So then that's even worse for your argument, because that means the Jews and the Jews and the Christians can't go check it, dummy.
Brother, this means that we recite the Quran in Arabic, everything in its original language, and it's original what it was revealed.
You can't even understand the argument.
These nuances.
Do you understand my argument? Can you repeat it for me?
Yeah, your argument is that the Quran says that the Torah and the Gospel can confirm what's in it.
Correct.
Like, that's in a nutshell what you're saying.
And these verses all say that in the Quran.
So what is your point? What are you getting at?
Oh, so you didn't even get it.
Here's the thing, brother. As a Muslim, I believe in all the laws revealed by Moses. I believe in
No, you don't.
I believe in
No, you don't.
Jesus Christ.
No, you don't.
So what is the point?
No, you don't.
Why don't I?
Because Jesus says about 20 times in the Gospel of John that he's the Son of God, and the Quran says
no.
The Quran says Allah has no sons.
Here we go. You said the Gospel of John. Go look in your Bibles. There's 4 Gospels, right? Ain't none of them called the Gospel of Matthew, the Gospel of Mark. They're called the Gospels according to.
This is so stupid.
According?
That's what we're dealing with Islam.
Hello, me?
Sure.
Okay. So, 2 things. First of all, when you asked about how come the Quran is in Arabic and why shouldn't it be in a language that you understand?
No. In his argument, I know why it's in Arabic. I'm saying in his argument, that was even worse for his argument because the hearers wouldn't know the Arabic. So do you see how silly that is for him to say that? Again, can you guys not do hypotheticals? Like, is this really hard to think through a hypothetical?
Okay, but the Bible didn't come in English either. And
oh my gosh, dude! I'm sorry, you guys can't understand hypotheticals. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay, I just want to point out that Arabic was the franca lingua up till the Islamic age.
Okay,
and
do you guys even want to understand what the argument is, or can you not do it? Would you like to understand the argument?
No, I'm asking. Now I've actually come to ask you about something else. You said that there's a lot of degeneracy in Islam in some countries, in some Muslim countries. I'd like to ask, have you traveled to these Muslim countries? Because I live in one. I'm a woman, and I'd like to ask you what degeneracy you're talking about.
Again, I want to address the first argument because you misunderstood it. The argument was, if you and I are hypothetically listening to, in the 7th century, okay, the Quran is being revealed, we're hearing it, it's being recited orally, okay, and if it's in Arabic, let's say that someone translates it for the hearers, and you're a 7th century pagan Arab, I'm a 7th century Christian, and we're hearing this, and it says, I can go check this new revelation with the Torah and what came before. Okay, does it say that? I mean, it says it multiple times in the Quran. Does it not say that?
Again, it was the franca lingua at that time. So
it doesn't. What the languages doesn't matter. Does it make this argument?
Okay, as I said to you, I don't want to ask about that.
Because it undoes the whole religion. All right, this is so.
No, you said there's a lot of degeneracy in Islam in some countries.
Can any of these people understand a hypothetical? It's like they can't. I don't understand. I think there's a certain IQ level that's required for I'm not being mean. I'm being serious. Like for hypotheticals.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Jay. Just seeing where exactly to respond. I'm a revert, actually. I reverted around the time Sneeko did. So you had that in the title.
To what?
Reverted
to what? To Islam?
Yes, reverted to Islam.
Okay. Are you drunk right now?
Am I drunk? Why would you say that?
You sound like you're high. Are you sober?
No, that's not true.
Okay. So, what made you revert?
When I read the Quran, when I found the truth, like this idea of giving partners to God is the biggest sin, because He's the Creator, and if you worship anything other than the Creator, of course, it's the biggest sin. Giving a partner to God.
Right. Well, does the Quran tell me that I can check the Quran against the prior revelation?
The Bible is a corrupted book.
Okay,
I can point out to you if you want to learn.
No, that's your belief. But does the Quran say?
No. I can point it out.
Does the Quran? No. Listen. Does the Quran say the Bible's corrupt?
Yes.
Where?
I have to look through, but I do know it does.
No, it doesn't. We just read the text that everybody uses, and it says that it is not corrupt.
The gospel of Jesus Christ is the only gospel that's true, but it was not preserved.
How do you know that?
We have all
How do you know that?
We know that.
Oh, we know that. So
There's
so by saying we know that, that means that it's true? How do you know that?
Listen, there's no authenticity to the Bible.
You're just asserting these things. What is the argument for that? You're just asserting it.
Say that again?
You're just asserting these things. What is the argument to prove that?
You're not listening. I'm explaining to you that there is no way to track the original authors of the Bible.
Then how does the Quran tell me to check the Quran against the Bible?
Because we have a whole system that we can.
Okay, you're not even on planet Earth,
all
man.
All of the revelation.
You don't even understand. Do you understand the objection at all?
You're not listening, brother.
Because you're not understanding the objection. Can you state what my objection is?
Your objection, go ahead and explain it.
So you're not, are you, because you're drunk, dude, come on. I can tell you're drunk.
You can't just go around saying, oh, people are drunk.
You are, because do you know what a hypothetical is?
I'm explaining to you how the Bible's corrupt. It explains.
Does the Quran say that the Bible's corrupt?
To you, if you'd like to learn.
Does the Quran say the Bible's corrupt? So you can't even understand my argument, because you're blinded.
So let's start here, the very beginning. It says that God rested on the seventh day. We would say God doesn't rest. God doesn't need to rest.
So when
I'm giving you one example.
When the Quran says, you don't even understand what that means. When the Quran says that I can check the Quran against the Bible, what does that mean?
There's some remnants of truth left.
And how do you know and how do you know what those remnants are? The Quran, right?
For example, it would be.
How do you know?
Said, I was sent
how do you know? That you're just citing a verse. You don't even understand. How do you know what the criteria is? Which ones are the true and which ones are the false? The Quran, right?
Yes, the Quran is the direct word of
so I
God
check the Quran against the prior revelation when it's in the Quran.
Because when you have read the
do you understand that's a circle?
Everything in the Quran.
You know what a circular argument is?
It's what you're doing, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Because you go against.
You literally just made a circular argument, and I'm showing it to you, and then you said I made a circular argument.
Do you want to know the truth, or do you want to just create argument?
No, you can't follow it. Do you understand how that you've gotten yourself into choosing something stupid that you can't follow?
Comprehending it, and you're saying I'm drunk, when meanwhile your religion condones drunk.
You can't even think through the argument. This is amazing. Have you noticed that every one of these people, when you ask them just if they understand the argument, they can't? Isn't that amazing? Jamie Handsome. You waited all this time. What's up? Okay. Whatever. Afzal Warwick. Oh my gosh. Unmute, man. What's up? Afzal.
Hey man, are you in the drive-through and you are in such a hurry, man? Come on. You are not even giving people to argue and make their case. CF Lavender came and she wants to talk a different issue.
Who?
We want to force Sea of Lavender, the earlier lady. But you are forcing your own.
I wanted to address the first point.
Why would you force your own thing when you are inviting people to bring their own argument? So
because I wanted her to address the first point.
On them your own agenda. So
hey, do you want to have a discussion? Do you want to have a discussion?
No, I don't want to have any discussion. I am just pointing out your hypocrisy.
It is not a hypocrisy, man. They took their stones from here.
I mean, you have opened a forum, but you are not allowing people to debate.
I asked her to address the first point, and she didn't. That means you lose.
What an asshole.
Yeah, so you have ad hominems. Do you have any arguments? She wouldn't address... So he left. Yeah, exactly. She wouldn't address the first point? That's it. No, I don't have to let you avoid the arguments. You guys don't even understand how debate works. Debate is not where you get to come and preach for an hour. It means if you make an argument and I ask you the questions and you don't answer it, it doesn't work. Did you want to say something? Watch out.
Yeah, I honestly don't understand what you're doing here. And if you have such an interest in Islam, why not bring like an Islamic scholar to talk about
I've debated all the top Muslims.
Like who?
Dr. Shabir Ali.
Like ex-Muslim who came up here.
Did you hear what I just said?
Okay, so any idiot that needs to put ex-Muslim in his.
Yeah, Sheikh Azra Rashid, Dr. Shabir Ali, Paul Williams.
Yeah, but why don't you do it here?
Jake.
I mean, you're just talking by yourself, and then you just like bring up one person at a time to like ask some nonsensical questions to.
Okay, so you think a hypothetical is nonsensical?
Well, apparently, I mean, I don't even understand what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been demonstrating is that you guys aren't even able to understand a hypothetical.
Why don't you bring an expert to debate that?
I've already debated all the top Muslims. I already debated them all.
But we don't know what happened to them, and you're just like telling us your.
You can go watch them.
Maybe they wiped the floor with you. Maybe they wiped the floor with you. How do we know?
No, you can go watch them and figure that out on your own.
No, I'm just saying, like.
Woman prattle. I'm really starting to think that, like, at a certain point, people literally can't do a hypothetical. They can't. They literally can't do it. Wendy?
Hello. So I have a question and then something else. So why are you doing hypotheticals?
Because it's a way to illustrate a point. You don't know what that is? You can't understand that?
No, I know what a hypothetical is, but you keep doing hypotheticals
because it's a great way to illustrate this point.
Instead of
oh my gosh,
stating facts.
Okay,
is what I'm wondering.
So you don't understand that a hypothetical can also you don't understand it can also illustrate a fact.
But you keep on using it, but yet
because this destroys Islam. Because it destroys Islam.
And how no.
Can you understand that? Well, can you restate to me? Can you restate to me what the argument is?
But
you're just gonna talk.
How can
what is it? I don't understand.
Can I just say something? Can you let me?
If we're gonna continue the discussion, I would like you to
speak except yourself.
Listen.
Like, what's going on?
Can you restate what my argument is?
Like really? Come on.
So you can't, can you?
No, I'm not. I want to ask you a question, but
can you understand the argument? You've been listening. What is my argument?
Avoiding my question.
What is my argument? Can you understand it?
Okay, then my next question is.
She can't.
How do you know the Bible is not corrupted? Can you tell me why?
Sure.
How you know?
Right, through the transcendental argument.
How through the what?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible was corrupted throughout years. You think it wasn't?
Is the Quran corrupt?
Of course it was.
Is the Quran corrupt?
I have no idea.
Okay, thanks, Grandma. Ziyad, do you want to talk? You got to unmute.
Yeah. Sorry, the app was glitching a little bit. I didn't hear you. Anyways, thank you for the mic. I was just listening on some of the things that you said. No, I'm not a scholar. I'm a Muslim. I'm not a scholar. But I'm here to share my day-to-day Muslim living.
It says at the very top, it's a debate stream. It's not a testimony preaching sermon stream.
Yeah, I understand, and I just want to.
So, would you like to address the argument that we put forward tonight for the last 4 hours or not?
Yeah, you guys said
Okay, so I've repeated it about 20 times. Do you remember, or do you want me to repeat it again?
Well, listen. There's something that you guys brought up, and I want to voice my opinion.
Well, I'm asking you to debate. If you're not going to debate, then we're just going to move on.
Hello, good afternoon or good evening. Actually, it's good evening here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you so much. I have a question for you. So, when I ask you a question, since you are your host, I hope or expect that I do not become defensive, even if the things that people say are not the things you want to hear, please. Okay?
It has nothing to do with what I want to hear. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Hear me out, please. I understand you're the host. You create a space. However, it's
do you want to make an argument or not? All this gibbering. Come on.
I will. I will. And I have a question.
Stop. Come on, man. Don't all the whining. Just get to it.
I'm not whining.
You're tone policing. Come on. Stop tone policing.
Can you shut the fuck up? Let me ask questions.
Get out of here, dude. You don't cuss me out on my own stream.
No, you are Alex Jones, motherfucker.
These losers. Dom, you gotta unmute, man. And where's all the Jews, by the way? Like, I run from the Jews, supposedly. I put Judaism in the title, and there's no Jews that come to debate. Jews don't debate. You guys don't understand this? Like, they don't come debate. They don't care.
So you're saying you're willing to debate anyone?
Anyone within reason. I'm not going to debate publicly in a formal way people who are like insane or crazy.
Is Adam Green insane?
He does not make the cut. Correct.
Convenient.
Yeah, right. Because I'm scared, right?
I think you are.
Mm-hmm. And why would I be scared when he didn't do very well against Kotel?
I thought he did very well. I thought he won that debate.
Oh, really? So you can win debates by asserting a bunch of fallacies?
Fallacies. Without the Bible, you've got nothing.
Oh, really?
Well, you talk of John, who never even met Jesus, which is odd.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because it was 75 years later, after the death of Christ, that John, the Pharisee, did the spreading of the word.
John's not a Pharisee, so you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
So I've got.
So you understand, John is a disciple, right? He's not a Pharisee. You're mixing him up with Nicodemus, so you don't even know the basics.
So you.
All right, blow past that. Yeah.
You espouse the Trinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would support the notion that God is all-knowing for everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will be.
Yeah, I want to talk about fallacies, though. So you're gonna. What's your position? Because you said fallacies don't matter, right? Do you agree with that?
I never said fallacies.
Well,
don't matter.
you said Green did good in his debate, and he used a bunch of fallacies. So
I'm presenting what, as a former Christian, now agnostic, a contradiction that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, no, do you understand? That's also a fallacy. That's a fallacy of incredulity.
That God is ever knowing.
No, do you know what the fallacy of incredulity? You just made the fallacy of incredulity. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Right. So again, you guys don't even know what fallacies are. You want to debate, and then when you get called out on fallacies, you get mad. So why would I debate people?
I asked you if you supported that God, the Creator.
And you gave me a fallacy as why. You said I don't understand. Okay, that's called the fallacy of incredulity.
That's not a fallacy if you don't understand something.
It is. The fallacy of it, you said that I don't believe it because I don't understand it. That's called the fallacy of incredulity. Go look it up. So you guys don't even know anything and you want to debate stuff. Why would I debate people who can't even do the basics?
Well, then...
You see? It's like, this is so silly. I mean, I'm not going to debate somebody who literally says you can do fallacies and I don't care if it's a fallacy and it's not a fallacy when it is. You saying that I find it hard to believe, I don't understand it, that's why I don't believe it. That's called a fallacy. Go ahead. Get on mute, dude. Dom?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, you cut me off, so I don't know if you want to even touch this subject.
Well, I mean, are you going to use fallacies or not? You said it's not a fallacy. It is.
you espouse something, and
your argument as to why you didn't believe it and why it was wrong is called the personal incredulity fallacy.
I asked you if you support the construct that God is all-knowing of everything that ever was, everything that is, and everything that will be.
But before that, you made a fallacy and then said it wasn't. So will you admit that it was a fallacy or not?
And you said yes.
Said yes to what?
That God is all-knowing, everything that was.
Yeah, but my point was that I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to continue in the argumentation if you're not going to address the fallacy. So if you admit there's a fallacy, we can move forward. Do you think it is or isn't?
What a fallacy is something that is just a thought or a belief that isn't true.
You don't know what that is. So why would I debate with you guys? You don't even know what this is. You don't see how silly this is. How can we do that? So you're thumbing down. Do you want to address this argument? You keep thumbing down. Go ahead.
I wanted to know, can you hear me? Because I blocked you. That's all I wanted to know.
Can I hear you because you blocked me? Can you address the argument or not?
Can you not argue with me?
It's a debate.
Isn't that what you said earlier?
Does it say that? It says at the top debate. It says debate.
You're not here to argue. So what kind of debate are you having?
I am here to have a debate.
Your own questions. That's not an argument.
Do you want to?
Not a debate.
Or do you want to?
Talking over everybody.
I'm not. Are you going to address the argument?
Are you? I can't hear you because I blocked you. I can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
This just makes you.
One-sided that is.
This just makes you look silly.
Do you see how let me slow it down because you're a little fucking stupid. You're
little fucking stupid. Look at this guy. That guy was a Gnostic. So there's another high IQ Gnostic for you.
No, I'm telling you, Gnostics are possessed.
They're crazy.
Every single time, yeah.
Bodhi, unmute.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's up?
Nothing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what was wrong earlier. I was trying to figure out. But anyway, all right. Give me a second to establish my argument first, okay? So I just want you to know I've been listening to your stuff for quite some time. I actually first started reading. I went to your website in like 2015 or 2016 or whatever because I also have a website. And I was reading your Esoteric Hollywood article, which was a great article, by the way. I really loved it. And I left a comment there to ask you if I could reprint it on my website, but I never heard back from you. But anyway, I went to a private Baptist university. I studied origins of Christianity, studied the New Testament, Old Testament, all these things with scholars. Okay, so I just want to establish that. I'm not like super lay person. I'm not, credentialed in theology or anything, but I've studied comparative religions for over 20 years. I just want to say that, I really like your stuff. I've seen people link your videos before and stuff and listen to them, and it's great. You have all the arguments, and you really know the occult stuff, which leads me to the question, how you could be pushing Christianity when it's so obviously a fraud. I mean, it so obviously came from stuff earlier than it. I've written papers on this, by the way, as well. That, there's direct parables by Jesus. They're lifted directly from Buddha, like the mustard seed parable, stuff from Hindu, the Trinity, all this stuff. And you being an occult, knowledgeable in occult Platonism, all this stuff that you understand about panpsychism, right, and the light, like this kind of stuff, I just don't understand.
Panpsychism isn't a word. Panpsychism?
Whatever. Panpsychism, sure. That's how, by the way, to answer the guys who were just talking, that's how God knows everything, because you live in God's brain. You live in God's mind. You are a tulpa,
Okay. Where did you get any of this? How do you know this?
Well, I've studied it for many years.
Oh, well, I guess it's, hey, I submit, you studied it? I guess it's true. So I can see.
I've written an article.
Oh, shit, an article? A whole article?
Why are you being flippant?
I mean, because it's funny. What you're arguing is funny.
You don't know. Well, okay. If you want to debate someone, bring Santos Bonacci here.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. I mean, this is.
Could you find somebody crazier than him? Because actually, I want the craziest possible dude. Is there anybody crazier than that dude?
Well, you know, it's easy to dismiss people by calling them crazy, but you wouldn't be able to address the arguments in the article.
I'm ready to. Oh, you got an article. Okay.
I guarantee you couldn't. I guarantee you. There's no proof at all that Jesus ever was a living human being.
Okay, here we go.
Zero. None, zero.
So look, I'm ready. How about you make the arguments from your article?
Well, it's too complex.
Oh, we wouldn't get it. We're all too low tier here.
I didn't say that.
We got low IQ, man. Hey, look. Tell you what. Come down from the pedestal. Come down from the pedestal.
I said it's too complex to discuss in this type of forum. I didn't say the people here wouldn't understand it.
Okay.
They'd be like, well, why don't we talk about why we can't use nuclear power for this and that when you're talking to a physicist or someone who works at
You want to make it real? You want to make it real simple? Let's get.
I'll just say study Plato. All you gotta do is study Plato. I've got 20 years.
I have studied Plato. Nobody cares about how long you study stuff. Nobody cares about that.
You're not gonna boil that down into a 5-minute.
I can boil it down really quick to show you in terms of epistemology that you have no basis for what you're saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Is that funny?
Okay.
Why is that funny?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So give me the good arguments for why I should believe your position.
Okay. All I'm saying, is if you understand light, if you understand...
now I got to understand light. So your argument is light?
Well, in the Bible, isn't that what Jesus said?
No,
light?
You don't understand what I'm asking you. What are the reasons...
Did he say that?
He's not going to... Can you tell me the reasons to believe your position? It's a different question.
You're just trying to...
Here we go to my motives. I told you within 2 minutes...
I'm here in good faith, and you're not acting...
We can refute this in 2 minutes. Do you want to address the argument or not?
Sure. I'm just saying, why are you acting like
I'm not acting like anything. I'm saying if you can't give me a good reason that's consistent to believe your position, then your position is just an assertion. It's not a position.
My goal here is the pursuit of truth.
What is the reason or the argument for your position?
Foundation.
What is the position? What's the logical argument for your position?
I just started to go into light and you mocked it.
Okay, but you don't even understand why that doesn't work. Because just saying because of light.
Say that I am the light. I'm just saying.
You don't even understand.
Listen, the Bible is written in Masonic codes, not for lay people to
understand. So before the Masons existed, so you think the Freemasons existed in the first century?
Well,
yeah, exactly. So you're a buffoon, dude.
They weren't called.
It's amazing, isn't it, how many people just literally don't even know what it means to give an account for the position. Especially the boomer crowds, they just love to it's like a machine gun, just vomit assertion, vomit assertion. Okay, why should I believe that? Another vomit of assertion. Miss, what's up? I'm mute. All right, I guess we're going to have to do the speech impediment, bro. Come on, dude. Try to get it out. Trolls over here.
No, so I have Parkinson's disease. I don't know why you are mocking me. So I was wondering about the Trinity. It's polytheism. So we can
ever talk again. Goodbye. So
don't run away
in your life. Yes, I'm scared of you. Why are you mocking me? Why want to talk about essence energy things, even though I'm talking like a complete pork?